Hey, what's up, everyone? Rex Whitcamp here again, and part of the value that I bring to the marketplace is to offer helpful and positive insights for things that will help individuals grow as people, but also as helping them succeed in business. So, obviously, keeping a positive attitude towards your company is going to help you succeed for your goals and accomplishing your mission in your company. So, one thing I like to do is just real quick run through a little list that I put together. It's entitled 15 Things That Will Change Your Life for the Better. Just some quotes that I've put together to sort of motivate and keep in the forefront of your mind when you're doing business that there are some added values to subscribing to some of these ideas from some very famous people in history. It got them to their positions and beyond, and so without any more delay, I'd like to share them with you. So, number one, listening is an active skill that you can acquire and practice and perfect. So, listening more than you speak is a great thing that you can accomplish. And so, Winston Churchill said that courage is what it takes to stand up and speak, but courage is also what it takes to sit down and listen. So, be prepared to listen, and that should help you out. Number two, ask questions and be awed by the mysterious. So, Albert Einstein said that the most beautiful thing that we can experience is the mysterious. It is the source of all true art and science. And he to whom the emotion is a stranger, who can no longer pause to wonder and stand wrapped in an awe, is as good as dead. His eyes are closed. So, from such a genius of a man, some very profound wisdom about being awed by the mysterious. So, keep that in your mind. All right. Oh, speaking of mind, have and keep an open mind. The mind is like a parachute, and it only works when it's open. So, it's kind of a cliche little quote that people throw around, but it still rings true. Keep an open mind, and you will not be shutting out any relevant and potentially beneficial information that could be coming your way. Keep it open and then filter what you need and keep what you distinguish to be helpful or useful for you. All right. Seek and then find values in others. You never know when you could be rubbing elbows with greatness. So one of my favorite movies is the movie Forrest Gump. And there's that quote where they're sitting on the park bench and the one guy's just dumbfounded that he was sitting next to somebody so important that owned the Bubba Gump Shrimp Company. So, with quotes, we was sitting next to a millionaire, So, of course, you never know who you're going to run into, and you never know what that person's value is in life. So, seek out and find the values in others, and you never know when you could be sitting and in the presence of somebody that's great. So, number 5, never, ever give up. Okay? As long as we have faith in our cause and in an unconquerable will to win, victory will not be denied us. All right? Another Churchill quote. Very powerful words. A lot of intestinal fortitude moving forward for your situation. Just keep in mind, don't give up. Don't give up. All right? 90% the challenge is mental. 10% is any of the other physical and any other approaches to getting over the situation. 10% everything else, and 90% is mental. Keep your mind strong and tight, and you will get there. All right. So pause while I just delay this phone call. Been meaning to call my brother back, and I'll call him back in just a minute. Number 6, change your mindset right now. Change your mind to change your life. Okay. Once your mindset changes, you will be able to absorb everything on the outside that goes along with it. So Steve Maraboli has put up this quote for us to use and digest, and I have done just that and added it to this list. So, number 7, be prepared to fail a lot. Be prepared for a lot of failure, okay? Success is the ability to go from failure to failure without losing your enthusiasm. You got to be enthused about failing. Failing just means you have to find another way to figure it out, okay? Another quote was that Thomas Edison didn't find the wrong way of doing things. He found 1,000 ways that didn't work. So that's just kind of what you have to keep in mind. All right. So be prepared for failure. Expect it. Embrace it. Love it. Learn from it and move on. All right. Learn from your mistakes. All right. That's another good one. Adapt and overcome your failures. All right. Your best teacher is your last mistake. That author is unknown. It's a fantastic quote. So, you don't fail. You just learn. You either win and succeed or you learn. That's it. You don't fail. Nobody fails. If you admit that you failed, you might be a failure. Don't be a failure. Okay? So, moving on down the list, we're right halfway through. Be flexible in your approach to any given situation to afford you success. Okay? From Tony Robbins, famous motivational speaker, stay committed to your decision, but flexible in your approach. All right? Stay committed to your decisions, but be flexible in your approach. You got the end game in mind. You know what your decision is, but you got to be flexible on how you get there. So, very good words to dwell on. Okay. Another thing I like to do is I like to surround myself with positive, talented, and smart individuals. Okay. Whatever you do in life, surround yourself with smart people who will argue with you. A quote by a man named John Wooden. All right. You're not doing yourself any favors by surrounding yourself with people that always agree with you. If you want to improve your intelligence, all right, and your couth and your weight with, as a matter of being respected as a leader in any industry, surround yourself with people that know a lot more than you, all right, and that will take you far. Okay, be willing to sit in the presence of people that will argue your point and then reestablish your viewpoints. All right, it makes you stronger as an individual and as a leader in your company. All right, so talking about companies, think like a leader, act like a leader, conduct yourself like a leader. All right, leadership is the art of getting someone else to do something that you want because he or she wants to do it. All right? A quote by Dwight Eisenhower. Leadership is the art of getting somebody else to do something that you want done, but because they want to do it. Think about that. All right? Maintain personal responsibility at all times and accountability. All right? Be slow to take the credit, but quick to take the blame. Okay? A good leader is going to take a little less than more of his share of the blame and a little less than his share of the credit. So let me say that again. I think I kind of messed that up. So a good leader, he takes a little more than his share of the blame. That's it. All right. So he's going to take more of the blame, but he's going to just take less of his share of the credit. All right. You're not going to be pounding your chest saying me, I. Limit how many times you use the word I in a day, and try to increase how many times you use the word we, and you build a collaborative, you build an empire, you build a following, you build followers and people that want to work with you. If you're I, and me all the time, there's no I in team, all right? You have to be part of the team in order to be considered, in that aspect. So a good leader is not going to take his share of the credit. He's going to take more of his share of the blame, and then be accountable for his personal actions, his or her. Okay. So another thing is to pass on your knowledge. All right. If you feel that you have learned value from any of my videos or anybody else's videos or any of your education or experiences in life, pass that knowledge on to somebody who is willing to learn. I love to help people. I'm more apt to help somebody who is willing to help themselves. If somebody just can't seem to want to help themselves, it's hard to try to do that job for that person. The motivation has to be there in order to get them the rest of the way. I'm willing to help them, but they have to be willing to help themselves. So pass on that knowledge if you have it, and if you don't, go seek it and surround yourself with people who have it, and then be willing to pass that information and those experiences and that knowledge, pass it on to those that are willing to learn. Okay, and if your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, then guess what? You are a leader. A quote by John Quincy Adams, one of the founders of our United States. If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, become more, then you are a leader. Take a personal inventory of yourself. If that's you, guess what? You need to start acting like a leader because people depend on you. All right? You have something that they don't have and you're in a world all your own. Be part of their world. Take interest in others. All right? And then pass that information on to them. Another great quote coming up. You must be willing to take risks. Okay? He who is not courageous enough to take risks will accomplish nothing in life. Can you guess who said that? Muhammad Ali, right? Arguably the greatest boxer that ever lived. He felt he was the greatest boxer and believed himself to be the greatest boxer before he got started, and that's how he got to be the best. So he who is not courageous enough to take risks will accomplish nothing in life. You got to be willing to take a risk, right? Where there is no risk, there is no reward. If you want the reward, you got to go out and chase it. You got to take risks, okay? So, rounding out my points here, just a quick talk. 15 things that'll change your life. Number 15, find some balance outside of your comfort zone. Whatever your comfort zone is, make uncomfortable comfortable, okay? Not the usual, make that the new normal, okay? Force yourself to succeed outside of your comfort zone. All right? Expect the unexpected, and you will likely succeed in situations that can and will arise. All right? Keep in mind that the law that goes around, Murphy's Law, whatever can go wrong, will go wrong. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So embrace it, expect it, love it, cherish it, pet it, and name it George, whatever you have to do. Make it your own and make that experience work in your favor. So I hope you found this information helpful and valuable, and if you do, be sure to link and subscribe to our channel. And for the time being, I'm done, and till next time, we'll see you later. Thanks.